Greetings, Royals. Welcome back to All Things Yoni with your girl D. Today we're going to be discussing the products that we carry, the do's and the don'ts, and what they're best recommended for. First product we're going to talk about, our foam feminine wash. This is really good for itching, irritations. If you sweat a lot in your vaginal area, you can use our foam wash. It's going to balance the pH. It's going to rid all odors. You can use it more than once a day, because they have some natural feminine washes who you can only use once. With our wash, you can use it how many times you want to a day, and it's also safe for children, breastfeeding moms, pregnant moms. It's great for sensitive skin, you name it. Our wash can do it. Second, we're gonna have our gel. We have a foam and a gel. Our gel wash. This is also great for irritations, itching, odors, balancing the pH as well. It has a slight hint of strawberry in it, but it is not a hint that's going to knock off the pH or cause any kind of irritations in your vaginal area. These two, I use both. I use this one first, then I end up with this. I don't know, I cannot part with this. Some persons lean more towards this one, but I love my foam and I can't part with my foam. So I use this one first and then I use this. Now for the kings, we have a penile wash for kings. This is 8 ounces. This is going to help because men naturally carry bacteria on their penis. I don't know if you guys knew, but men naturally carry bacteria on their penis, and this wash is very good for controlling and maintaining that bacteria. It is with odors. If you had a long day, let's say construction or whatever, you can use our wash, and our wash is going to help maintain the cleanliness in your penile area for the entire day. It's also really good for the beard because, as you guys know, pubic hair and beard hair are the same thing. So this wash can be used in the beard as well. I've received very great reviews from this with kings using it in their beard. They just love it. Then we have our coconut oil, cold pressed coconut oil. Cold pressed coconut oil is with yeast. As I mentioned before, yeast is one of the issues that I suffer with, and yeast is one of the issues that I suffer with. And in using my detox pearls and the feminine wash, I found that this was a plus to my irritations, because when you're detoxing or yeast, it tends to be very itchy and very irritated. So you need something plus to aid and to soothe the mind. This, honey, ain't nothing that soothes an yeast itch like cold pressed coconut oil. Ask my queens about it. Then we have our rose oil. Rose oil is good as well, but I lean towards the cold pressed coconut oil because, as I said, I was using this from my first ever detox with my yeast, and this was always won my heart. Always. That's just my personal preference. Everybody have different preference, and that's just mine. Then we're gonna go over to boric acid suppositories. Now this is a famous one. Everyone knows of boric acid. Boric acid, it looks like this. Oops. Right. It's a suppository that you would insert into the vaginal canal. In inserting that into the canal, it's going to dissolve after 2-3 hours, and then it's going to do its healing. Right? So we have suppositories with boric acid, or we have a suppository pop. These are more like salted salts, bamboo, etc. Both are really good, but the pops, these are stronger than the boric acid. You can use these for minor yeast infections, minor BV, slight odor, slight irritation after condom, slight irritation after sex. You can use either or. The boric acid, which is the one with the pinkish stripe, this you can use up to 14 of these a month. You can do the first treatment for 1 to 7 days, and then you can go over. If you find after the 7 days you're still irritated, you can go up to 14 days with boric acid. However, with the pops, you can only do 4 within 1 month. One can give you lasting effects for up to 1 month, and if you need to do another one within the month, you can do so, but you only need 4. You're only allowed to do 4 within 1 month. Don't do no more. Don't mistake it for the boric acid. I am begging you guys, do not mistake it for the boric acid. And they're only supposed to be used into the canal, not taken by mouth. Do not take it by mouth. We're not doing that. Then we have the famous detox pearls. Yes. For those of you who do not know what a pearl looks like, it's a very tiny pearl. It speaks for itself. It's a very tiny pearl. You have to, just let me find the string. Okay, you want to play with me? You want to play with me? I'm just trying to find the string so that I can, here it is. So you unravel it. You would insert this into the canal. This is hanging out like a tampon. As I said, it's inserted into the canal for 72 hours. No longer than 72 hours. If you're sensitive, you want to break it up, you can do 1 pearl for 24 hours each. You can do 2 pearls for 48 hours and then 1 for 24 hours. Or you can just be bold and do all 3 for 72 hours. It's completely up to you. I leave that decision up to you guys. Then we have our maintenance womb teeth. Like this, been a lifesaver for me. I have a serious hormone imbalance, and this baby soothes everything right up, especially in my PMS phase. I find that I'm very cranky and moody, and I find they really soothe my hormones and give me I'm more relaxed. I'm not bloated as much. It's really good. Once you buy it, can give you up to 3 servings. You can steep this bad boy for 3 consecutive mornings or store it in the fridge if you don't wish to use it 3 consecutive times. You can store it in the fridge. I would advise you to store it in the fridge. I would advise you to mix all 3 servings one time and then store that mixture in the fridge. Why? Because when you mix all 3, I find, this is my personal preference again, it's a lot more potent when you mix all 3. When you mix all 3, I find it's a lot more potent than if you steep this each morning or each use. When storing it in the fridge, make sure to store it properly and avoid the growth of bacteria. Then we have the famous, the best. We have our steams. This is just one of our steam packages. So we have our steams. As I mentioned, I'm a certified Yoni steam practitioner. I mix my own steam blends. I customize my own steam blends according to your conditions. So say that you have yeast, baby, if you have whatever you may have, bad cycle, off cycle, irregular cycle, whatever you may have, as long as you fill my consult form, I am going to mix a steam blend that is suited just for you. And I'm also going to tell you what heats you can handle, how long you can handle the heat for, the do's, the don'ts, everything is going to be in your consult form. And that's basically it. I tell you how to use it, how to sit over it, how much water to put in it, how hot to have it. Everything I will tell you in that consult form. Yeah, my queens are eating it up. It's really good, especially if you want to just, do it for a particular thing, because not everyone can have the same thing. For me, as I said, I'm prone to yeast infections. I can't go and use a regular blend for someone who has irregular cycles. You understand? Because if I have a normal cycle and I use it for someone who has, irregular cycles, who will see a cycle every 21 days, and the steam blend that I mix for her, I can't use for myself, because that blend is going to close up her arteries, strengthen her arteries, and it's going to do the same to mine. So it's going to be closing up my arteries. I'm going to be missing out cycle. Like, where my cycle is, when I only need something for yeast. So it's very important that you use a blend that is specifically made for you, and you were told which heats to use with the steam. Because for me, I bottle heat. I get really hot sometimes. I have internal fevers. Sometimes I don't even know I have a fever. I have internal fevers and I cannot handle heat. So for someone who can handle heat, who has nothing wrong with them, who can handle the heat and can handle 30 minutes of added heat, I can't. So I have to stick to a little 10-minute with no heat, where she can use 30 minutes with added heat. So it's very important that you know what you can handle, what you can't handle, and you do the right thing, the best thing that's best for your vaginal area, because you do want to heal. You don't want to knock off or throw off. You want to heal, right? And that's the goal. The goal is to always heal, not to cause any more problems. And that's it, Royals. That's all the products that we carry here at Well Living Health and Beauty. You can check us out on Instagram at well.livinghealthandbeauty. Send us an email, or you can check out our website. I'll tag everything down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your girls and your kings. Let's all get into all things yoni with your girl D.